Okay, today is Friday, April 10th. This is your last day of work for this week. Today is Freestyle Friday, so make sure your finger is on Freestyle Friday. Over the past 2 weeks, you have read a poem, short story, and an article about love. Now it's your turn to write and be creative. You have the choice of writing a story or a poem about love. Remember, when we talk about love, it doesn't have to be romantic. It can be about family, friends, a trusted adult, or even love for a pet or other objects, like a phone, piece of jewelry, music. So today you're going to be writing your own poem. These are the things it should include. It should be about love. It should have at least 2 pieces of figurative language. Remember, those were like simile, metaphor, the ones we discussed yesterday. Be at least 12 lines or more. Should be an ode, list poem, or free verse. Should include an original title. If you are writing a short story, it should also be about love. It should have at least 2 pieces of figurative language or more. It should have at least 3. It should have multiple characters. It should include dialogue, that's like conversation between people. It should have a plot, beginning, middle, and end, and it should include an original title. Both should also be at 12-point font or Times New Roman. Now, if you look below, we have the different examples of odes, list poem, free verse. Okay, these are examples. I'm just going to read the definitions of each. First, an ode. This is a formal, often ceremonies lyric poem that addresses and often celebrates a person, place, thing, or idea. Its stanzas forms vary. Let's look at, put your finger on Ode to Sleep as an example. Ode to sleep. Happiness you give me a new life. You give my limbs a massage. When I am with you, I think of all things. No one has known that are even new to me. You let me think up my life, my future. You help me so much. I owe you so much for your ideas, your time. Yes, you renew my life with the energy you give. You are my other world, my best world, my favorite world. Okay, let's look at a list poem. Put your finger up on list poem. A list poem can be a list of either people, places, things you do, items, even ideas you may have. It can rhyme, but doesn't have to. Repetition is often a tool used in a list poem. It's not a random list, but a well thought out one. The last entry in the list is usually a strong, funny, or important item or event. So let's look at the example, home. Home is where you can shrug off your backpack and your worries and complaints about impossible questions on the science, and supposedly best friends fling your smelly clothes and your towel on the floor. After a stinging hot shower, splay on the couch and flick off your mind with the remote. Brag like a hyena about the goal that just nipped the goalpost, and just be yourself. But eventually, you have to explain your test grade, lose the argument that TV enhances your homework skills, and especially pick up those filthy clothes and that wet towel that's ruining the carpet. This minute, you heard me, I do anyway. And lastly, let's look at an example, at what free verse is and an example. So put your finger on free verse. This is a literary device that can be defined as poetry that is free form limitations of regular meter or rhythm and does not rhyme with fixed forms. Such poems are without rhythm and rhyme schemes, do not follow regular rhyme scheme rules, yet still provide artistic expression. A tribute to Harlem. Harlem, I knew of you, but did not know you. I saw you, but did not see you. Did not understand you, your richness and beauty. I grew up around you, but all I saw was the dirt and grime. Heard about the negative things, including the crime. I passed the Apollo on occasion, not understanding or realizing her greatness. I did not know of Strivers Row until I watched Mo, Better Blues, and still did not explore it. My sister attended the dance theater of Harlem. As a little girl, I was still naive. Harlem, most of my life I ignored you, but now I celebrate you. I can't wait to explore you and see you in a new light. I'll be home soon, Harlem. Wait for me. And that was written by Miss Jones, which is beautiful. So go ahead, take a moment to think about which, if you would like to write a poem or a short story, use the resources here and go ahead and begin.